Hello, this is just a real quick video to show you how to add an assignment to Blackboard. The first thing I want to do is to go into your course and decide on the course menu where you want to put it. So today we're going to put it into content. So you click on content and you will see four options up here, all with drop downs. So we're going to focus on this assessment part. And you can see under there we have lots of options. We're going to go here to the assignment tool, and it's going to pop up where we can create an assignment. There's a lot of stuff in here. The only two things that you have to put in are an assignment name, and then down here you can see points possible. That's the only things that have to be put in there, but we're going to talk about what else you can do with it. So first we're going to give it an assignment name. In the instructions, you can basically just put the directions for the assignment, and it will show up. I'll show you where that shows up. The next thing, where you can attach files. So if there's a document that they need for this assignment, or if there's a Word document that they need to fill out for the assignment. So say you already have it filled out with a series of questions that they need to type in and answer, then you can put that here. What they would do is just upload the document that you put in here, or what you would do is just upload the document that you want in here, and then that will give them access to it to pull up or complete and then submit back. So if you want to do that, not a necessity, but if you want to, that's there. Due date, you can set that just to kind of flag the student, and let the student know when something's due and to flag it as late. This will also, if you fill out this part, it will also help. It'll pop up in their course, in their calendar, and under their activity stream. So that just kind of is the added bonus of putting a due date. But do know that this does transfer over with the same due date, so whenever you course copy, you will need to go in and change those due dates. So you can put that in if you want. Points possible is a must. What this does is it automatically creates a column in the gradebook. So when you create an assignment, there's no need to go to the gradebook and create a separate column for it. It'll automatically create it in the grade center. So that's good. No extra steps. Rubric and these others are more advanced settings. You can go through them if you want. Just for the sake of this video, we're just doing a quick here's how to. So we're not going to go into details with those. Make assignment available if you want to. If not, you can always do that at a later date. And then of course you can have it open and close at a certain time. So once you get all that set up, you're just going to hit submit, and you can see it'll pop up right where it's at. It'll also allow us to move it around. If we had more than one, we could move it around. Directions are here, and then what it would look like in the student view, already there, is whenever they go in, they will see this. If there was a document, it would be here as well. They could click on it. But what they do is whenever they have the submission to complete, they would browse their computer and submit it. So that's all they would have to do. And make sure you let them know to hit submit and not save draft. That has gotten some people in trouble. But they will get a submission receipt from assignments if they complete it and submit it appropriately. So that's what it looks like from the student view. Let's go in and look at another type of assignment, which is the Turnitin assignment, using the Turnitin tool, mostly for papers and such. You can see it's the next last one on the list, Turnitin assignment. Sometimes it takes a minute to pop up, other times it doesn't. So you're just going to decide on what kind of paper you want. By default, it's going to come up with a paper assignment. You can do a peer mark and a revision. I recommend that you look into what goes on with those. They are different. So, but just by default, you're probably going to choose a paper assignment and hit next step. Okay, and I will tell you that it does sometimes take a little bit for the next page to load, especially if you haven't been in it too often. Sometimes it just takes a minute. So be patient and give it time. It's not broken, it just takes a little bit. So just as the other assignments, you'll have an assignment title here. So We're going to put an assignment in here. You do not have to put a point value. However, if you do, it will create a column in Blackboard as well. You can allow two options here, just the file types that they can actually check for similarity, or you can put allow any. I would recommend just leaving it by default here. The dates over here, you have a start date, so you can open it at a certain date. You can have it due at a certain date. And then the post date, if you hover over it, you can see it's basically when the students can begin viewing the feedback, the instructor feedback that you put in. So there are some optional settings here, and here's where you would put any directions. So if there's any special directions, you would put it here, and I will show you where it shows up. Most everything else is by default, it would be fine. However, if there's some other circumstances, you can go in and read each of those settings and decide for yourself. You're just going to hit submit, and it says it added it successfully. We're going to hit OK, and then we're going to be able to see it here. And you can see our special directions go right there, just like they would in here. You can move these around, do whatever you want with them. So that is how you create an assignment and a Turnitin assignment.